Tonight we're making crackers. Last year, our daughter Ellen, with her annual cleanse that happens in January, right now actually, sent out a recipe packet for good things to have during the cleanse. And one of the things that I picked up on was her recipe for crackers. And I think we've probably tinkered with the recipe since then a little bit. But we've been making crackers and having them with hummus here, which is here on the table, and also guacamole, pretty much all season long. But they're great snack food and great appetizers and great fill-in, and also really good for you. So this recipe that I have kind of developed for our size and such is 4 cups of flax seed, either brown or golden, and 1 cup of chia seed, and then salt and pepper and garlic powder and kelp and sage or cumin or whatever else you like in your crackers, to have this be a nice carrier for dips and such. So Jack's going to talk about the process of putting them out on the trays.
Hi. Yeah, basically the ingredients are put in a bowl, and then we add water. And the important thing is, we haven't measured the water, so the important thing is it about fills this bowl here, and you want to get a consistency that is not fluid and not solid either, somewhere in between. So I find it compare it maybe to something like a pancake batter, where you can pour it, but it won't flow like water, and it comes off the spoon pretty easily. And that way you get the right kind of thickness. If it's too thick, then it's very hard to chew, and if it's too thin, it's like a potato chip and it breaks. So you want something that's in between. And basically, I use a spoon, a large spoon, and get about might say a heaping tablespoon or something like that on the spoon. Do a little blob, just like you would for when you're making pancakes or cookies or anything else like that. You can kind of see how it goes onto the dryer pad. It will of course lose a lot of moisture in the drying process, and just while it's waiting, it will settle down like those I did a few minutes ago, and those will settle down, and then the moisture will come out of it, and so it looks to be about the consistency of a potato chip when you're done, but it's actually much stronger because there's more mass to it.
Here's a done one actually that we're making in New Orleans, but these are pretty good. They're very good for dipping, and without falling apart when you dip. Jack, tell me about the sheets that are on this dryer thing. What are they made of? Do you know?
Nylon.
Oh, they're nylon.
Yeah, these are things we did not get with the Excalibur dryer, but they advertised with that, and we ordered them separately, and they've been very handy for things that are liquidy. We made fruit pops when the kids were little, and we grind up fruit and then mix it with honey.
Fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
And things that are liquid like that would go through the screen that they provide you with. So this is a solid sheet of, I think it's just straight nylon. I'm not sure what else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very handy. Well worth the investment.
Yeah, we just actually finished making some garlic powder on those too, laying out the garlic slurry, basically, from grinding that. So we find it's useful for a lot of different things. We just put those things on to soak today at lunchtime, and now it's supper time. So it's about 4 or 5 hours that we let it sit. And people say, well, what holds it together? Well, the flax and the chia in combination are very mucilaginous, and that's in large part why they're so good for you. They have a lot of omega-6s in them, but they are very mucilaginous, so they just soak up the water and they just become really super sticky. Think of a chia pet that people used to have back in the day, but you can actually do it just with flax too. The flax has that mucilaginous aspect to it too. So we're going to get all these sheets loaded, and then we will put them in the dryer overnight, food dryer. I turn it on high. I think it's 160 or something like that. And then give them a flip in the morning, and then by lunchtime they're ready to go.